So we've begun the final project. I did the same thing. I'm not going to show you guys how to do it because you guys have already done it. But I've created two discs. Okay. The first one, this one was 40 tubes long, and you'll notice that what I tried to do is I tried to use the colorful ones and then use the black ones at the end to give it a little bit of a design. This one here is all just black and white ones. You can see my blue painter's tape, which I'm not that upset about, but it's not a big deal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bowl out of the black one, or the darker one here, okay, and then a lid out of this one. Okay, so we're going to do the same method that we used for our first bowl like this, okay, and we're going to just start pressing down in the middle. I want to make sure that I've got enough width here so that the base is wide enough so that it's not going to tip over. We always want to make sure that the base here, I don't know if you guys can see that, okay, is wide enough to support what we're going to be doing. So if it's too narrow, it'll tip over too easy. It'd be kind of like putting like a long stemmed vase on its top where it's too narrow at the top. Okay. I also rolled these coils or these tubes a little bit wider. They're about twice the thickness of my thumb so that I could get a little bit more height out of this and maybe get it a little bit more dramatic than the previous one that I did for the first project. Okay, so I'm just going to keep stretching these. These I know I've got quite a bit of room here, so I can get some pretty good height out of this. So I'm going to continue, and you can see how I'm kind of stretching from the inside, trying to push on the ones that are a little bit narrower. So you can see the space between, say, like this light blue one, okay, right here, how wide that is, and then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers that I haven't even started to stretch out. So I'm going to try from the inside, maybe push those out a little bit more to give us a little bit more height in that sense. Okay, and the same thing with these up here. Now this is going to be a really tall and narrow piece, which I don't know if I like that or not, or you know, if I'm kind of indifferent to it. That's just the way it kind of happened. So there you go. Okay, I'm gonna try and get a little bit more out of this. A couple little spots here that I can make a little bit taller. All right, so it's a little bit on the wanky side, so I'm going to try and straighten it out. So that one's a lot taller than the first one that I made. So this is almost looks like a big glass or something. All right, so that's the first part. All right, the second part, I'm going to create a lid with this one here that I've made also. Okay. Now, because I haven't glued that, that one just kind of dropped down a little bit, so I'm going to try and level that out. Level that out. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I flattened out this side. All right, I'm going to start by creating the handle. All right, and the handle, I am going to press just the very center of this up so that I get a good little raise here. And if I twist this, sometimes it, yeah, there it goes. It kind of loosened up a little bit. So I've got a little raise here, and that's going to become my handle, okay? And then I'm not going to stretch this out quite as much as you would think because I want this to be more rounded. I am going to make it kind of tall, okay? But I want to give it more of a rounder shape than this tall one that I've got here, okay? And I'm going to kind of lay it that way so you can get a little better idea. So now, okay, my lid is going to go just like that. All right. Now you'll notice that these fit almost perfectly together. Okay, because I use the same number of tubes to create them. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to attach a piece to make it so that it goes in. And I'm gonna show you guys that in the next video, just so this one's not too long, okay? And I'm gonna probably attach one to the inside of that so that we can attach there. I'm also gonna attach something a little bit more for a handle, and then we'll also talk about adding a foot, okay? But that'll be in the next video, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes.